Hello everybody, good afternoon and welcome to another episode of AtCat Online. Today I will be preparing a ceviche for you guys. I received a lot of questions actually about this dish because a lot of people were unsure as to what it is. Okay, ceviche is actually a Peruvian dish. It originates from a very, very long time ago, and it's the art of taking any kind of fish, okay, and basically curing it using acid. Now the acid that we use for this dish is usually a citrus fruit, okay? So you can use many different things. For me, I chose to use grapefruit because I feel the flavor is very, very good in contrast with the sea bass, okay? So different options you can use for this are lemon, lime, other kinds of fruits like this, okay? Orange you can also do, depending on what's available to you. Basically, it's a pretty straightforward dish. There is no cooking involved, so it's perfect for people that have very limited resources at home. Okay, and basically, yeah, it's going to be a salad at the end of the final product will be a salad. Okay, so yeah, I hope you enjoy and learn something from this. So I'll explain a little bit about the ingredients first, okay, because I want to make sure that everybody knows what is available and the reason that we're using things. Okay. So the fish that I opted for was sea bass, okay? I've taken a fillet here, okay? I removed the skin from that and any bones that were left inside. Basically, you don't have to use just sea bass, you can change it for other things. There is known dishes using salmon, using mackerel, okay? Sardines, things like this. But try to pick a fish that doesn't have such a strong flavor, okay? If you use salmon, you may have to adjust how you make the end product, okay? You can also use things like prawns, okay? Not many people will know and understand that, but you can. So don't just be restricted thinking you have to use sea bass for this. It's just because it's easy and available most places that I chose to use this fish, okay? I have also, for the marination, I have chopped garlic and chopped onion, okay? Very simple, the quantity is in the recipe. I have my grapefruit juice. I didn't leave a quantity here because it totally depends on how much you guys decide to use, okay? How big the fruit is will depend on how much juice you will get from it, okay? So don't worry too much about that. I also have some chives here, okay? I'm going to make a dressing with this, so I have my olive oil and my grapeseed oil, right? For the dressing itself, it's not necessary to use grapeseed oil. Okay, for me, I chose to use it because I like the way that the grapeseed oil will bind the flavors together. Okay, so we have the lemon juice as well, and also some honey there. All right, so that's going to make the honey lemon dressing. I received a few questions about the chives also. People saying that what happens if they're not available? What can I use? Okay, there's a lot of choices. You can take any kind of herb on the market, but try to take something that has a nice flavor, that's going to bind well with the grapefruit juice, bind well with the taste of the fish also, okay? Also, I have here some components to go with it. I have feta cheese. Again, you don't have to use feta cheese, you can change it for something else, no problem. I have another grapefruit here which I wedged. Later on I will chop that up, okay? We will use that inside. I have some rocket leaves here. Rocket, or also known as arugula, okay? It's a type of lettuce leaf, actually. It has a very peppery flavor. So don't worry if you can't get it. You can take any other kind of lettuce on the market. It is literally just there as a component to make up the salad. Don't worry too much. And finally, I have here some toasted almonds. I want a bit of texture inside the salad, okay? So I chose to use almonds for this because they have quite a neutral flavor, a bit of sweetness in there, which will help balancing things out. But you don't have to use almonds. Again, whatever's available to you. This dish is very generic. There's anything that you choose to use there, so don't worry about it. And last but not least, we have the watermelon. Okay, later I will boil them out and we will use them as part of the components for the dish. Right? So I'm going to start now by showing you roughly the size on how we need to have the fish here. So it's best to take a good fish, something that's not too soft, and we're going to cut it into strips. You don't want this too big. The bigger that you make this, the longer it will take to cure. But again, it's all variable on how long you wish for it to be. So we have our strips here. Put those together. And I'm going to cut. So I'm cubing them because I want it to be a nice size that's going to be something that's easy to consume. If it's too big, like I said, for one, the curing time will take a lot longer, and for two, many people are not going to enjoy the taste of having almost like a raw fish inside your mouth at that level of doneness, okay? So here we have our cubed sea bass. I'm going to add all of this now into a bowl. And alongside that, I will put inside my onions. Garlic. I will take some chives. I don't need to use everything. Again, it depends on the flavour, how strong you want it to be. The 5 grams that I put in the recipe was just an estimate, okay? And I put some grape juice inside as well, grapefruit. And then I'm going to give that a mix. Okay, so touch of salt, a touch of sugar, and also some black pepper. Okay, so as you can see, very simple, nothing spectacular, right? Anyone can do this at home, no problem at all. So I'm going to keep this inside the chiller now. Later on I will take out an already made version, okay, because it does take at least 20 minutes for this to cure, right, at this size and with these amount of ingredients and things. So to speed things up, I did make one earlier on just before we started, okay. So later I will take that out, you will have a chance to see the end product, okay. So just again, just check, you see the fish now, you see the colour, okay, it's pink. Okay, everybody can see. So now I'm going to keep this back inside the chiller. And then next I'm going to start to prepare some of the components that we have to go with this dish. Now I understand, again, that maybe you don't have the equipment at home, so don't worry about the size of things, how I prepare the things, okay? The important thing is that you have some components of some kind to go with your dish. So I will start with the watermelon. I have a melon baller here, okay? If you don't wish to use a melon baller, you can take something as simple as a spoon, okay? Or you can just cube. You can use a knife and cube the watermelon yourself. So if you do have a melon baller at home, okay, very easy. You just put inside, you scoop round, and you'll see that the melon comes out. So the idea is that we don't want too many seeds inside. So if we do have a lot of seeds, then we will just leave them. It is much better if you get a seedless watermelon, but I wanted to get the yellow watermelon today because I feel the colour is much nicer. It adds something different to the dish. So we just take a few scoops out there, no problem. That's sufficient for us. Then we have the grapefruit that I wedged earlier. Again, it's up to you how much you wish to use. And basically I'm just going to cut this down. And then we have our feta cheese. Parmesan is also very nice to use for this. If you get a block parmesan, something that's not too strong in taste. the idea is that, you know, this dish is something that you can enjoy at home, but you have to understand everybody has different taste buds. For me, the flavours that I'm choosing here are a little bit complex, so some people may not be able to appreciate them entirely. So don't worry too much. And again, the quantities are generic, right? It's as much, depends on the portion size that you wish to use. So don't worry too much if something seems like it's not enough or it's too much. And again, you can change it. You can use different kinds of fruit inside. You can take some cherry tomatoes or some cucumber, or you know, something that you want to add inside there. So don't worry too much about that one. Now, while we're waiting, I will make our dressing. It's very simple actually. Like I said earlier, I took the grey seed oil and the olive oil and I mixed them together. Okay? Or if you don't wish to use, you can purely use olive oil, no problem at all. So what I will do is I will take the lemon juice, I will add it to the honey. And I will stir that through a little bit. And then I will add that inside. And then I will close it up. Now I'm making a very small recipe here because you don't need to have so much. Of course, the juice from the ceviche that we made earlier, you can also use that, no problem. You don't have to specifically make a dressing for this, but I just thought it's ingredients people will have at home, okay? So what we'll do is we'll just blend it up a little bit. Okay, so that is just to mix them together. And then what we will do is I will take the centre part out there, and as it's blending, I'll sprinkle the olive. Okay, very simple. Now the reason that I drizzled the oil in there is actually, as it's moving, the air will push inside the oil and it will trap inside the flavours of the honey and the lemon, so we will create an emulsion from this. Okay, so after that now I'll add a touch of salt and a little bit of pepper to this. And then this is our dressing. Okay. Any other type of dressing you want to make at home, you can make the same way. Okay, 2 liquids. If you wish to put some herbs inside there as well, no problem. But always make sure that when you're blending, you drizzle the oil in. Don't mix everything together and then blend. It won't have the same effect. Okay. So now that the dressing is made, we have everything that we need to put the dish together. So I will take out the ceviche I made earlier. And if you can see now, you can see that the fish has started to turn white. Okay, there's some white patches on the fish here. It's very different to the one that we just made. The white is where the acid has bitten the fish, okay, allowing this to begin the curing process. So this is now cured enough. Bacteria will grow on the surface of the fish. Okay, so the acid will come in, it will kill all of the bacteria, and it will start to cook the fish. Okay. So you need to look for this minimum. You can go longer if you really are a bit paranoid, say, about the fish being maybe too strong, or you're scared that it's a bit too raw. You can leave it longer, no problem. But the longer that you leave it, just beware that the fish will actually start to become very tough, right? So don't worry too much there. Again, it's totally up to your choice. So now we come on to the plating. So I have here my plate, just a simple ring mold. Now I'm not going to stack this so tightly, I just want to be able to sit it together there to look nicely. So I'll take my ceviche, make a small layer on the bottom. Okay, I'll do it here instead to make it easier. Okay, and I'll put some of my cheese, some of my grapefruit, maybe one melon ball inside there. Press down. Then I will take some more. Same thing, just press it down lightly. Maybe this time I can go with some of my rocket leaves. And some of my toasted almonds. And then we go again with one more layer, just to finish off the fish. And then you can see from the balance that's left in the bowl, okay, I used around the same amount of grapefruit juice as I used earlier. So you can see that the fish will actually absorb. Okay, it will take on some of that grapefruit juice there. Okay, so then what you can do is you can just lift it out. Again, we're not looking for it to stick so much. As long as it sits a little bit, no problem. And then you can go in with some more of the rocket leaves around the side here. And perhaps put some more almonds around. A few more of the melon balls. Or grapefruit. Give some nice colour onto there. And some more of our cheese. And then finally, what we will do is we will just take our honey lemon dressing and we will just drizzle some over the top and around the outside. Okay, so it's a very simple dish. It's totally up to you, again, based on the flavors that you like, what you prefer, different textures that you want inside. But the idea for me is that I wanted something that would have some bite, some crunch, some freshness from the melon, from the grapefruit, and the fish also. And then the rocket leaves adds a nice little pepperiness to it. So in the end, the dish will become very unique, it will become very balanced, right? So again, it's totally up to you. I hope that you will try this out at home. I hope you will try some different things, show some different combinations there. The versatility of this dish and cooking in general is fantastic. Okay, so thank you for watching. Okay, first I just want to talk a little bit about the Academy again. We have some of the banners up here. Okay, I hope that you've noticed them and I hope that you've seen some of the things that we have to offer you. Okay, we have all the programs here on the side. And also we have talking about here the World Pastry Champions. As I'm not sure if everybody knows, but Chef Can Wei Loon and Chef Loy Ming Ai, they won the World Pastry Championship last year in January, okay, which is a fantastic achievement for the whole of Malaysia, if not the whole world. Okay, the first team to do it. And here you will see my fantastic team. Here they finished runner-up in the Avant-Garde Challenge at FHM last year. So we have a lot of things, we have a lot of award-winning chefs, okay? We have the best teaching team and the facilities are fantastic. We have the best program. It's absolutely everything is fantastic, okay? Before we finish, I just want to introduce somebody to you. We have Chef Charles here with us. Tomorrow he will be joining you guys. He will be doing a live demo. Okay, Chef Charles, would you like to come and introduce to people?
Okay, good evening everyone. Okay, tomorrow same time, 2 o'clock Malaysian times. I will sharing how to make the cupcake. Okay, see you guys tomorrow.
Okay, just to let everybody know, Chef Charles will be conducting the demonstration in Chinese. Okay, so we try to offer some versatility and make sure that everybody, because we know during these times there are some people who may not understand, especially my British English, okay? So we are trying to bring something a bit different to you guys, and I hope that everybody can feel like they are joined in, they can do this at home, they understand everything, okay? We have good versatility at the Academy. We have people that can speak every single language that is used in Malaysia. So if you do have any questions, do not feel shy to ask, okay? There is always somebody that we can direct you to that can speak the language that you understand best, okay? So that's all from me. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope it cleared up anything that you wanted to know about the dish ceviche. Before I finish, I just want to explain that the way that I made this is modern, okay? Traditional ceviche will have something called tiger milk, right? Tiger milk is a marination made from fish stock, all the trimmings from the fish. Usually they will use lime juice. They will have some onion, some garlic, and some perhaps coriander inside. So they will blend this up and they will marinate with this, okay, with the fish. For me, I did a modern version because I know that for some people it's a little bit difficult to get all the ingredients. So I just showed what you can do with readily available ingredients all the time, okay? And you will get more or less the same effect. You will still get the flavor from the acid or whatever it is that you use to flavor the fish and to cook the fish, okay? So yeah, I hope that you enjoyed the demo, and we will catch you again tomorrow. Thank you very much. Bye bye.